We are talking rock and roll. How's everybody? How's everybody doing? We are talking rock and roll. Got to put down my volume. So there you go. I think we're rock and rolling here. Hold on, let me just make sure. There we go. Hi, how's everybody? I got to go back into this. Richard Perez. Hey, John. How you doing? Melody R. Hi, John. I just bought a brand new webcam and it doesn't work. Well, it doesn't work on this. I've got to do some configurations. So my son's going to have to help me because I'm not the best at this kind of stuff. But I've got the microphone. I use a Blue Yeti microphone on a lot of my podcasts. When we're on live downstairs, we use a Electro Voice microphone, which is worth 10 times what this thing's worth. And it's a lot better. But I'm just experimenting. I just bought this thing. Let me show you, actually. I just bought this thing. And I've got it. I didn't want to spend a lot of money. It was like $60. I don't like spending a lot of money on stuff. Hold on a second. Shani. Oh, Shan. Yeah, the dog wants to go out. You're going to have to let him out. He wants to go out. Hi, Shan. Say hi for tomorrow night.
Hi, everyone. Look forward to seeing you.
Anyway, I just want to come on tonight. I just had one of those blah days. You ever have those days where you're going, I don't know what's going on. What's my purpose here again? I talked to a gentleman who wrote a book on the Guess Who. It's really, 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 really good. His name is Robert Lawson. Just look him up. His new book, you can get it online. It's called Wheatfield Empire, a listener's guide to the Guess Who. Now, I'm learning ways of being on here live where I can share my screen and show you stuff. I don't think I'm going to do it live on. I'm going to have to get a thing called Restream or something like that because this is really chunky. At least I have better lighting. I have a ring over here, and I was supposed to come in 1080p tonight. I'm not because the camera on this MacBook's half of that. But at least I have a microphone. I hope you guys are hearing me on the microphone. Let me just double check here. This is all trial and error stuff. You know what I mean? Hold on a second. Check, check, check. Yep. Looks like I'm on. Did you hear the microphone there go up a little louder? Yeah. So I'm going to say hi to some people. Melody R, the Guess Who. Yay. Douglas W, Barry Bowman, Stephen Chase, Dara Connor, Kim Trickle. Hi, Kim. Kev 5621, Billy Rossi 46, Melody R, and Richard Perez. Oh, Sharon says, hi, John. My children are always having to help me with technical stuff. I'm a bit of a dinosaur here. Thank you for saying that. Kim Rabibo. Sorry, I'm having problems reading. That's why Shannon comes on with me. Oh, it's just sad. Sue Bailey. Hi, John. Blaze. Brother John. Hey, Blaze. You're always so kind and all your. I'm going to start doing a lot more interviews in the next little while. Our name is in the running for Ann Wilson. We're going after interviews that otherwise we wouldn't go after. It's not that I'm not motivated, but it's basically because I'm not motivated. I hate the part that I don't like about the channel is going after interviews and chasing them down all the time. It's what you have to do. It's part of the job, but that's just a part. You know, you talk to artists and say, hey, why aren't you bigger? Some of these artists aren't very good at promoting themselves. So I'm getting better at it. Shannon's inspiring me to. I'm sorry. It was a long day when I had that interview today. First of all, I had with the gentleman who wrote the book on the Guess Who. It's so good. I really, really enjoyed it. It's really not about gossip and relationships as much. It does cover that, but it's more about the songs themselves. Robert Lawson, it's called Wheatfield Empire, the listener's guide to the Guess Who. And he's a really nice guy. But anyway, so I had the interview. Then I realized I couldn't do the interview. I had a doctor's visit. Every single one of us, it's all on the phone still, had to talk to the doctor for different reasons. We're all falling apart. No, not really. Anyway, it's like normal. I have to get let's talk about colonoscopies. So I have to get one of those because the home test doesn't work anymore. And who likes doing that home test anyway? Um, Oscars producer says LAPD prepared to arrest Will Smith over what happened at the Oscars. I just got that from TMZ. Wow. I don't think anybody wanted to go there, but everyone's halfsies on this, right? When it comes to the Will Smith thing, half the people are going, yeah, if he did that to my wife, blah, 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 and the other half are going, well, that was wrong. I'm kind of on the Chris Rock side concerning that. I'm sorry. Don't yawn. God. Anyway, we're on the list for Ann Wilson. So hopefully we'll get an interview. I would love to. She's my favorite rock female singer, and I'd love to talk to her. Carol Newsom. Hey, Carol. Hello there. Calvin Beeler. Good evening. John from Cleveland, Ohio. Woohoo. Chase Tower. Hey, John. I just want to come on because a lot of times I come on when I don't feel like doing a whole video. In all honesty, it was one of those days. I was tired all day. I got any of you guys like cold brew from Starbucks? Most people, most coffee shops will make you cold brew. It has to sit overnight. It's a long process. So I went to get a cold brew, which is filled with caffeine anyway. Oh, it's embarrassing. And I said, can you put 3 espresso shots in it? She says, what? I said, yeah. What? No one ever asked for that? And 2 of those liquid sugars. I'm on the keto diet right now, so I'm not really supposed to have sugar. But anyway, look at I can see myself yawning on screen. What a loser. Okay. Greens from Sunrise, Florida. Eddie Jobson interview. Home test. I've got to look into that. Yes. Stephen J. RYO is rock and roll. Richard Kenmore. Hi, John. Hello. Hike with Mike. Hey, Hike with Mike. Hi, folks. Lately, I've been coming on here and I'm just going through one of those lull times of just, doing a lot of background investigation. I want to do a history of rock and roll, a Canadian version and an international version for the channel, where in the morning I'll just come in and we'll talk about a year. I've already done that with 1975, but I want to be able to share the screen and have a whole bunch of things ready before someone asks, yes, I am in my bedroom. I just find it really comforting to work. I work on this bed every single day. Once I remember my ex-wife, Lynn, who's, as I mentioned before, is a good friend of mine and a good friend of my wife, Shannon. And she pointed out, she says, you sit on the floor a lot. And I went, I don't realize I did. Then I realized, wait a minute. I called my mom up. Did I sit on the floor a lot when I was at home? She says, yeah, you always had a habit, even when you were a little kid, sitting on the floor. So I must have found a grounding. So another step to that is when I do my work on the bed here, there's something about it. I don't know. I find it comforting. And remember, I was a kid that didn't want to go to school because, I was shy. And so I'm probably reverting back to that. I'm all screwed up, man. Screwed up. Hike with Mike. Yeah, I've said that. Hello from Florida too. Guy Williams. Greetings from St. Petersburg, Florida. Hike with Mike. Aloha, Guy Williams. I grew up in Dundon. I don't know my areas. I know a lot of my areas in the Western states, but I haven't spent a lot of time in Eastern Canada to visit a lot of the Eastern states. Western states I know quite well, been all over there. So now that we live here, part of the reason we want to live here is to travel, of course, to the Western states. Anybody want to talk about something? Just by all means, please. We've got, we already have 42 people on here. So if you have any questions, a lot of people have been asking me about the Will Smith thing. And you have to understand, I've never been a Will Smith fan. I've always been a Chris Rock fan. I've always liked Chris Rock, but sometimes you have an affinity to someone. Chris Rock, since day one, I've liked him. So I'm biased in this area, but the other side of this is you shouldn't be hitting people. You just don't hit people. Come on. And now tonight they're going, oh, Jada Pinkett Smith was going like this when Will Smith came back to sit down after he slugged him or slapped him. And I'm going, she did this, but it doesn't say. People just jump to conclusions. I didn't see her necessarily laugh. I don't know. And did they escort him out? Did they not escort him out? I guess they told his publicist that he had to get out. And he refused. So what are you going to believe? That's the thing. It's a freaking mess, though. What a mess that is, huh? Crazy. I look at that, I'm going, this is, I don't know what I would do if I was in that situation. I'm just going to make sure this video is monetized. I want to see if it's going to let me do that. Oh, look, it's letting me do that. What do you know? It's saying the monetization's off. Why does it do that all the time? Save. There you go. Limited. Come on. Sorry. I'm having to do this while I'm on the air. Okay. I think we're good. Let me go back to YouTube Live. There you go. Dunedin is how you pronounce it. Dunedin, yeah. But is it Dunedin or Dunedin? Is it the fast way or is it the slow way? Dunedin. I think it's Dunedin. I sound like an idiot. Is Ohio or? Yeah. Did you ever see the Smalls play, the great alternative Canadian band from the past? No, not really. Today, when I was interviewing the gentleman, let me go back here. Robert Lawson, who wrote the book Wheatfield Empire, The Listener's Guide to the Guess Who. We were talking about a lot of different acts that we both liked because I'm doing a thing as well on the Canadian channel on the history of Canadian music, but I'm doing the same thing for an international version. We were just talking about the Rheostatics, whose album Whale Music you might know. The Burton Cummings called it the Sgt. Peppers of Canadian music. Now, I wasn't that familiar with it, hardly at all, really. I never really liked the band. And then lately I've been listening to them a little bit. And then I found in his book that Burton Cummings had said that. And I went, I got to pay attention to this Whale Music by the Rheostatics. And it's pretty amazing. I think I've grown. Don't you find there's albums in the beginning you listen to and you didn't like them that much, but then you went back and you listened to them and you went, why have I changed about this? What is it that I've changed? Well, you've listened to a lot more music, which maybe brought you down that road. But it's interesting. Bruce Hornsby has always done that to me. Bruce Hornsby has always stretched my horizons on what I consider music that John Beaudin likes. Ooh, I used my name in the third person. That's cool. Not really, no. Geddy Lee from Rush visits every year from the Toronto Blue Jays spring training. Oh, wow. I think Geddy Lee's a pretty cool guy. Alex Lifeson, Neil Peart, of course. Now and then I'll be having to tell people it's not up for debate. It's Neil Peart, Neil Peart. That's how I remember it. I used to say it wrong too, like a lot of people, but it's definitely, for sure, Neil Peart, because I know people who have known him personally. Glenn Yoaklin, Bob and Doug McKenzie, true Canadian. I was just watching a thing with Dave Thomas today, who's one of the half of that. And Rick Moranis, of course, is the other half. But Dave Thomas's brother is a well-known Canadian singer in Canada. And I was watching an interview with them. Snowman, hey, nice to hear from you. So anyway, there's a lot of talent in that family. I know I'd always love to play music for you on here. And I may do this. It'll be demonetized, but I think one of these days I'll come on and play some snippets of songs from Canada that I think should have made it in the US. And the other way around too, mind you, most of the Canada is infiltrated by US media. We just love it. We eat it up. We don't necessarily look at it as being different that much. I mean, politically, we're not at where the US is in that kind of line in the middle thing, but we're getting there. And I think that's going to happen everywhere around the world. It's just a sign of the times, I think, right? I'm always from the school of try to agree with people from the opposite side, unless they're crazy. If they think the world is flat, I always say that's my line in the sand. You can't be friends with me. So, hey, good evening, John. Hello. Chase Tower, Cactus. Stonewall Jackson. Hey, nice to have you back. Good evening. Rory Gallagher, can you recommend an album? I'm not that familiar with his music. I've never bought a Rory Gallagher album in my life. So James Bose, Dave Thomas put out a great SCTV book. Fantastic. Was that Dave Thomas that did that? I didn't realize that. Then I have it downstairs. Well, it's probably more than one book on SCTV, but I have a kind of a, it's not a picture book, but it's pretty close. It might be a picture book. My father-in-law, I think, gave it to me. Yeah. Ian Thomas is his brother, by the way, before someone asks me. If you have time, go on YouTube and look up Ian Thomas, Canadian musician. Especially, even though it didn't sell as well as the early stuff, things like Gravity. And on that video, you've got Dave Thomas on the Gravity, Ian Thomas, Gravity, just if you see the official video. So let's talk. Glenn Warner, Monsters in the House. Hi, John. I'm sitting on my couch here in Baton Rouge, enjoying the Canadian conversation and feel like I'm back home in Barrie, Ontario. Oh, cool. Hey, what got you to Baton Rouge? Did you already tell me that? David Gina. Hello, all. Hello all from the home of Bill's Mafia. Here's hoping at least a couple of you have heard of the epic cinematic album from Greta Van Fleet. They're a great band. I think they're a great band. Carrie, hey John, how you doing? Sonia Flowers, hey Sonia. Nice to see you, you pretty girl. She used to be in our rollout. We don't use it anymore. She's a pretty blonde wearing the Rock History Music t-shirt. So there. I don't say, a few people say Sonia. I always say Sonia. And I've heard it said both ways. But I'm one of those aunt people, not aunt. So I say things in a weird way. Oh yeah, Ian Thomas and the Boomers. Don, you're right. Yeah. And he's done a few side projects. Hike with Mike, love Greta Van Fleet. Yeah, they're a good band. It's good to have. I don't believe, when the professor of rock, one of his shticks is always new music sucks. And I mean, if he believes that, then he believes that. I don't think that necessarily. I think a lot of, you're not going to get him in the top 40. You're not going to get a lot, even though I do like Dua Lipa, I have to admit, I kind of like her. The fact that she looks like that doesn't hurt, but I can't be swayed by a pretty face when it comes to music, because I don't watch your videos. So there you go. Oh, he's coming in. Come on in. Come on, Rudy. Come on, Rudy. Rudy, come on. Hi, come on over here. Come say hi. Come for your close up. Come on. Come. Rudy, come. What a good boy. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Face of Hollywood. Hi. You just wipe your butt. I bet you now you're going to wipe my face. But there's look at this boy. He's so beautiful. He's a cockapoo. He's 3/4 poodle and 1/4 cocker spaniel, but he doesn't look poodle at all. Look at that face. He's such a good dog. Barks. There was a big feral cat on our patio. In our patio, we've got a walkout basement, so our patio's above the ground, quite a bit above the ground, with a patio door below and a patio door on top. And there was this big outdoor cat there, and he just went nuts today, like crazy. We were talking to the doctor. He just went wild because he wasn't expecting that. So there you go. Okay. Love Honeymoon Suite. Your thoughts? DM. If you watch, I know a lot of you probably don't watch American Idol, but Derry Green, the guitarist from Honeymoon Suite, wrote a lot of the stuff that they had hits with. His daughter, Leah Marlene, is on American Idol this year. And I've interviewed her for 2 channels that I own. And she's just a spitfire. She's the girl with the glasses. She's just like 10 cups of coffee. She's really excited to be there. Anyway, she's gone to the next round. So she's a very, very talented girl. She's always wearing the hat, like the what do you call those hats that fishermen wear? All telly hat. It's kind of almost like a telly cowboy hat, and the glasses. Anyway, that's her father. She even said it on the series. My father's an 80s rocker. And what's that noise? Nice looking dog. Thank you, Richard. Knox Draymond. Thoughts on the Kelly Clarkson name change? I always find it kind of weird when people change their names. I'm really old fashioned when it comes to that. I always kind of roll my eyes when I hear a radio person have a radio name, if it's really kooky. There's a part of, I never wanted a radio name. When people change their names, when musicians change their name all the time, there's a part of me going, why are you changing your name constantly? Don't confuse the audience. So I'm not sure why she's doing that. Personally, you tell me if you've seen that. Personally, when I've had friends from numerology change their names, not that I'm against numerology, but sometimes a few of those friends, it shows some instability in their lives. Just some, I don't know. But there's the other side of it. If you have a feeling you need to change your name for another reason, then I guess you need to change your name. We live in a society now where half the people are going, come on, why do we have to do this? The old ways are better. And the other half of people up to is that you, Shannon? Yes. Okay. And the other side of going, no, we want it the way we are, or do whatever you want. I'm more of a do whatever you want, as long as you're not hurting other people kind of thing. But the first thing I thought of, I hope she's okay. When I did hear it, I thought, I hope she's okay. Your fur baby is beautiful. Thank you, Carol. I appreciate that. Carol Newsom. Are we friends on Facebook? Carol, are we friends on Facebook? I think we are, right? Showstopper, Rob. Hi, John. Ever thought to create a Discord? I don't know what that is. Am I really old for not knowing what that is? Tell me what that is. Ronnie Parker. Hi, John. Ermine Irving. Is Rudy one of those run circles in the yard? Yes. Is that a thing? What does that mean? Hike with Mike. Speaking of feral cats, whatever happened to stray cats? I think they're still around. Aren't they? Brian Zetzer's still doing the thing. Knox Drayman. Lee Rocker. Not sure what that means. Psychos Platter. Good evening, John. Hope all is well. It's doing really well. Thanks everyone for joining me. Like our video, please. I'd appreciate that. Sharon Rubio. Ever thought your friends may sometimes let you down? Your dog will always stand by you. Yeah. I don't have a lot of close friends. I had a lot of fair weather friends in our last city. When I worked at a radio station, I haven't worked in a radio station since 2007. I had a lot of friends, but then I became the boss of the station. And then they're still your friends, but a few of those people are still my friends. But when you become the boss, a program director, it kind of changes the dynamic a little bit. You have to be their boss. So some people were okay with that. Other people weren't. Witness protection program. Ermine Irving. If you change your name, change it to a symbol. No, like Prince. Yeah. Snowman. Shannon is in the house. Well, my Shannon's in the house. She's just looking after Danica. Danica, it's her period time, so she could have a seizure, so she can't be left alone. Well, we don't leave her alone anyway, but we really got to watch her. Knox Draymond. Wondering if anyone's ever attended a concert at the Key Dubala. I used to live 2 miles from there. Carol Newsom. No, not yet, but I can change that. Yeah, of course. What are you coming up as a recommendation? Why is your name so familiar to me? Richard Kenmore. What kind of music do you like, John? I like everything. Like today, I was listening to the Guess Who because I was interviewing a guy who wrote a book on the Guess Who. I was listening to Bachman Turner Overdrive. I was listening to Jude Cole almost every day. The Tubes. I was listening to the Completion Backwards Principle, Trick of the Tail Genesis today. I'm trying to get into listening to albums that I never listened to before. You don't have the time. None of us do to listen to all the albums maybe we should have listened to. Now, should have is a weird way of putting it, but if you've got a Spotify or Apple Music, there's so much music on there that when you were 15, you never listened to everything. It was impossible. So I'm going back now and listening to albums that I kind of missed on. Oh, I knew the single. I knew a few friends who had the album, might have heard it once at a party or at a friend's place, but I want to listen to it, right? And it's a good way to listen to new music from the 70s because no one had a chance to listen to everything. That's how I look at it. Everyone, please press the like button. Thank you. I appreciate that. 28 likes. Come on, folks. There's got to be a better way. Danny Elfman, no, I've never interviewed him. I hear he's a great interview. He may hit the big time, of course, doing the Batman movies. What was the name of his band? Oingo Boingo? Was that the name of his band? Gene Phillips. Hey, John, watching from East Tennessee. Hey, do you like Frank Marino? I used to listen to him when I was in high school because one of my friends was a big Mahogany Rush fan. Sonia Flowers, are you familiar with the Canadian native musician Stevie Salis? No, I'm not. The Music Critic. Hello. Nice to have you back, Music Critic. Al Di Meola. Very complicated. Yeah, Rick Beato just did a good interview with him. Patrick Casey, Badfinger, Wish You Were Here, 1974, great album. Of course, Joey Mullen is on our channel. We interviewed him. The sound quality of the phone call is really bad, though. Sharon Rebibo. I was singing You Are the Best by Tina Turner all day long. Isn't that weird when that happens? There's no explanation for it. You got the music in you. Whereas Kiki D says, I've got the music in me. Terry Simpson. Thoughts on the Genesis? Well, we did a whole thing on it. I think it's at 12,000 now. Live broadcast on it. I've seen some clips. Phil seems really frail and he seems sick. But people went, they enjoyed it for the most part. I think it tugs at them a little bit to see Phil in that condition. But he seems sick. He looks sick. I hope he's okay. There's one particular picture where he's backlit, so his hair is kind of sticking out a little bit. That one looked terrible. But he didn't sound too bad. You know, it's hard to say that about one of your heroes. So, holding the microphone in my hand. It won't let me down. Okay. Rockchild of the 60s. Hey, Sharon Rebibo. Tina is my hugest girl crush ever. The Music Critic. Greatest band in history? Oh, I think the Beatles. I don't even think twice about that. Led Zeppelin, the Beatles. Lucinda Beggs. I'm rediscovering the Cocteau Twins. Oh, cool. I didn't appreciate their music in the 80s, but I'm getting into it now. It's amazing. Our ears change, our musical depth changes. And then, or we get sick of the same stuff all the time, and then we want something different. They're a little out there for me, but good for you. Applaud that. Ben Molnar. Hello, all. Hi, Ben. Nice to have you on here. Matthew Smith. Hi, John. Watching from California. I do love California. Been there many, 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 many times. It's an alias. Hi, John. Journey, Steve Perry. What about them? I love Journey with Steve Perry. That'll never happen. DM. I really like the Go-Go's. We interviewed Kathy Valentine on here. She's on the channel. Chase Tower. Fee Waybill will do interviews. He will, and I'm working on it right now. Sonia Flowers, Stevie Salas backed up Sass Jordan. Oh, cool. With Taylor Hawkins. Yeah, I remember he was with her, then Alanis Morissette, then Foo Fighters. Ben Molnar. Anybody here like XCC? I saw them in concert. Andy Partridge. Got stage fright. We are going to see Phil. We are going to lose Phil. I don't know, man. He doesn't look healthy at all. Talking about Phil Collins. Rockchild of the 60s. Let's not talk about Genesis. My heart breaks thinking about the state of things. Yeah, it's hard. I agree. Like with Mike the Tubes, she's a beauty. Talk to you later. Two big hits from two different albums. Nathan 2112. Favorite movie soundtrack? Not necessarily an original score. I have to go for what was the Mark Knopfler Local Hero? I love that soundtrack a lot. But I'm like a lot of people. I like Saturday Night Fever, like Grease. As far as Broadway, Rent's my favorite show, so I'd listen to Rent a lot. I know it's not a movie. Well, it was a movie soundtrack because it was made into a movie. Rosario Dawson was in it. Matthew, Rick Wakeman, a fan here. Yes, so am I. Oh, it just jumped up like crazy. I hate when it does that. Douglas W. I wonder how much longer Phil Collins will be with us. That breaks my heart too. Rockchild of the 60s. I have hankering to see Boss Keggs. He doesn't, he started staying away from his hits now. He's still playing them, but a little differently, I hear. Melody R. Burton Cummings lives in my brother's neighborhood. I'm going to hit him up for an autograph. And for being a no-show in Minnesota. Snowman. Will John Anderson tour with Yes Again? Never. Driver 2616. Good morning from Ireland. Hey, nice to have you on here. Yesterday, I received a gift from my daughter of an album, Mirrors, by the experimental prog rock band Battles from NYC. Oh, New York City. As an old prog fan, I can recommend it. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. Rockchild of the 60s, Douglas W. Shush. Don't put bad mojo out there for Phil. Well, didn't mean to. DM, Roger Waters is a passionate guy who says what he means and isn't fake. Well, he certainly does that. Pat Michael, Pat Paradise Rock Stations out in Sioux Falls says, hello, John. Hey, cool. You're the best DJ ever. Well, I don't know about that, but thank you. Douglas W. Good point, Rockchild. Dan says, Stampeders from the Fire. I was just thinking about the Stampeders today because I've got an interview with Kim Burley. His name is Kimball. And Rich Dotson we're trying to get. And I just talked to, Ronnie King. Want to put those up right away. Sharon, this film about Brian Epstein. I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I'm sure it's happening, but I don't know. Glenn Warner. Monsters in the House. I had the opportunity to get a green card and figured I'd have a better entertainment gigs here. Oh, cool. That's cool. Rockchild of the 60s. Skaggs released an album about 6 years ago. He's been covering it all his shows. Tony says, do you think Dave will continue with the Foos after losing Taylor? I think he'll continue. It's hard to say. I think he'll continue. My gut says, yeah, but no one knows, right? Lee Child, great to have your insight on the people who influence millions. Thanks. Thank you very much. Terry Simpson, Miles Goodwin, Canada's ultimate rock star. I love Miles Goodwin. He's a man. Miles Goodwin, bar none, is to me my favorite all-time Canadian musician. I love April Wine. Brian Drexler. Greetings, John. Hi, Brian. I don't know how to say it. DRM. I'm watching from Cleveland. Enjoy your videos. Thank you very much. Dr. Mover. Well, I don't know what that would be. Rockchild of the 60s. Yeah, we don't know about that Brian Epstein thing. Snowman, do you have any favorite DJs from America? Well, Casey Kasem was one of my favorites. I got to move here. Oh my God, I'm so sore. The dog doesn't know what I'm doing. I got a little light here so I can. Hello. I've got a problem with my leg and it stiffens up when I don't move. I can see myself moaning on there. My son called early to get Paul McCartney tickets to Baltimore. Field seats were, oh my God, $3,900. I guess I'm not seeing Paul McCartney. That's ridiculous. Foo Fighters are too young to stop. They need time. Thank you. DM Tears for Fears, new album opinion. Also, I liked it a lot. It debuted in the UK at #1. I don't know if it debuted here at #1. Ben says another great Canadian band, Chilliwack. Yeah, I interviewed Bill Henderson of Chilliwack, and I've got 2 other interviews downstairs where, remember I told you I inherited. Well, a friend of mine just basically gave me all his interviews, so I've got them downstairs. Chase Tower, a lot of fans from Cleveland, rock child of the 60s. What are you doing, old man? Lucinda begs. John, do you do your Casey Kasem impersonation? The hits get bigger as the numbers get smaller. I'm Casey Kasem. Nathan 21. I don't have the bottom end to do Casey that well. Let Go the Line is my favorite Max Webster song. I know they went all pop on that album, Million Vacations, but I love that song. And then Rockland is probably my favorite from Kim Mitchell, the lead singer, even though he didn't sing lead. Terry Watkinson sang lead on that song. Matthew, love your videos, John. Keep up the good work. Thank you. In the next little while, we'll be doing I gotta move this light. There you go. I gotta stretch my legs or I'm gonna. Shan. Hold on. Gotta put my microphone. Shan. She's not. Damn dog. Oh, I think she's coming. Oh, this is better. I'm more comfortable here. I can see myself. There's a delay on the microphone, so I can see myself. Oh my God, why would that person write that down? That's crazy. Well, you've just been banned. Dan L, you've just been banned from our channel forever. Do you expect a flood of concerts? I don't know about a flood, but yeah. Don says Harlequin. I interviewed, was it George Belanger? That I haven't said his name out loud. So the lead singer of Harlequin when I first got into radio. So Shanny wants to go out again. Shan? Can you not let him in here anymore? Because he just wants to come back. And I know, but let him scratch. That's fine. Yeah. You know what he does? He thinks Shannon's cooking something. And he goes out there and he goes, oh, I'm digging the possibilities of some food. Do you play guitar? No, I'm a drummer. Thanks, Lee Child. Matthew Smith, any chance of an interview with John Farnham? I don't think I could get him. Okay. Sorry, rock child in the 60s, they say. You're going to help the old boy out? Thank you. Thanks. Douglas W. Yeah, I used to program a Windham Hills a New Age show from 1986 to 89. For anyone who the New Age label with the Alex D. Grassi and Liz Story and Shadowfax and Montreux and Michael Mannering and the solo people from that band, Barbara Higbee. The Windham Hill sampler from 86. I've got an interview with Michael Hedges, Scott Cassou. I was just talking to Scott Cassou yesterday. He lives in Olympia, Washington. So I'm very familiar with the Windham Hill label, Narada. I just found out that if anybody knows the Narada label out of Milwaukee, they're not really a label anymore because they were bought out. But Michael Jones died in December. Michael Jones, who was one of the biggest piano player. I mean, he wasn't as big as George Winston. But he died, and I knew Michael and I hadn't talked to him in over 10 years, and he passed away in December. A great piano player. Used to do, here's the thing about Michael Jones. If you like solo piano, look him up. Michael Jones used to do seminars, and while he was waiting to go on stage, he would, if they had a piano nearby or in the lobby, he'd play the piano. Or if they had a piano on stage, he'd play the piano before he'd start his little talk, or at halftime, or whatever. One day, someone came up to Michael and said, you're really good with your seminars and stuff. I love them. Keep doing that. But you really should be doing this. And he was signed to the Neural label and became one of the biggest piano players in that early wave, Quiet Storm in Chicago's WNUE or what was it called? I interviewed some people on there. Portia from the Chicago station. I interviewed her. So there you go. And then I went to Vancouver. I was hired in Vancouver to do it at a much bigger station. And it was the most programmed. We just did a lot. So like the video, please. Thank you. It's not rock and roll, but there you go. Rick May, greetings from Ohio. Best concert I ever went to was Jethro Tull, Captain Beefheart. Cool. Strangest concert, late 72, headliner, act Sha Na Na, opening act the OJs. I was just talking to a former member of Sha Na Na the other day, who appeared with Sha Na Na at Woodstock, Henry Gross. And Henry's got a new album, Shannon, Springtime Mama. I love Henry. He's a good guy. So Glenn Warner, an act in movies right now. I'm doing background work. On Disney National Treasures. I'm in Django Unchained, Magnificent Seven. I was a BTO roadie wow. I'm not planning on talking to Randy again. I may talk to him for concerning his album with Tal, his son. Okay. Nathan 2112. Do you ever hear that Chilliwack were supposedly Scientologists? I didn't know Bill Henderson is a Scientologist. Well, it never came up in the interview I did with him. I was doing a print interview for a magazine I was writing for in Vancouver, and they wanted me to talk to local people in Vancouver, and he was one of them. There was another guy. Is it John Bottomley? I don't want to spread rumors. Vancouver artist that was quite popular, and then I later found out that he had passed. Hold on, I got to put my mic there. Indulge me. Let me look that up. I think John died. I hope I'm not. Yeah, he died in April 6, 2011. I interviewed John. He was such a nice guy. Then I looked him up one day. I said, whatever happened to John Bottomley? I haven't heard from him in a while. Well, that's because he's dead. He was a great artist. I liked his music. Rockchild of the 60s. John having a cute dog always helps with views. I know people get, it's the pretty girls who get views on those pretty girls. They get so many views with their stuff. Okay, Lucinda. I think Dave Grohl will start a new band. Maybe, there's a possibility. You know what? But then what would the other members do, right? I type slow. You wrote Glenn DM. Who was the original drummer of the Foo Fighters? I don't know who it was. Somebody else will know here. Matthew Smith. Just don't talk LRB and you'll be good. The gentleman I talked to today, we were talking about LRB and, bands that are not bands anymore. He was saying that Gary Peterson being, carrying on the Guess Who, it's just all wrong. So. Oh God, no, he's not good enough to rock. He's not good enough to follow in Neil Peart's footsteps. He's not that type of drummer. DM. Let's see. Yeah, Douglas W. Yeah, sad news about Michael Jones. I just found out like a few days ago that he died. I've got so many interviews with Michael on cassette that I should transfer on, not on this channel. It wouldn't make sense on this channel, but oh, you're not claiming that with Chilliwack? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything about that. The only thing the only story that I really liked about Bill Henderson is he bought a house on Salt Spring Island or something, or one of those places. And he was looking at the house, and the old man who was living there, and I've told this story before, so sorry. He talked to him. And he says, "Oh yeah, why do you want to buy this house?" And Bill says, "Well, I want to come here and slow down and just do my own thing." This is Bill Henderson, the lead singer of Chilliwack, for all those hits. The old guy laughed. He says, "You'll move here and you'll do all the same stuff you always do." And Bill says, "I bought the house and I did the same stuff I always do." Because you bring the problem with you, right? You bring yourself. Nick Mason's Saucerful of Secrets are playing here in Dublin on April. Lee, their guitarist, I interviewed him, and we're going to put some of those clips up from Saucerful of Secrets. Get more views than cute chicks? Nope. You don't. No. Jim Pederick. Yeah. Zuma Dog. Dave Grohl should get a new drummer and call it Dave Grohl as a solo artist. Yeah, but can't do that to the rest of the Foo Fighters, I don't think. Rockchild, the 60s. Oh, God. Beagles are so cute. They are, but that's not what I have. That's not a beagle. I've seen Chilliwack twice. I saw them here, actually, first time in Moncton. Opening for Seals and Crofts. Lucinda, yeah, he's auctioning off some guitars, iconic guitars. DM, Jim wrote for 38 Special. Cool. Rockchild. Beagles are a trip and fun to watch running around and hunting. Yeah, famous hunters. GDK. I hear Satriani, Vi, and Johnson are touring. I'd be great. Great guitarist. DM. Is Alex quitting? No, he wants to do new music. He says he doesn't want to do Rush stuff, though. Ben says, have you ever interviewed Nash the Slash? No, I have not. No. And he's gone now. Nathan 2112, not to keep going at it, but the what? The oil? What? Greetings from the UK, the Gibbler 84, loving some Mad Season. Lane Staley, one of the greatest vocalists ever. Yeah, it's sad what happened to him. It's when he left, he left Alice in Chains before he left because he was in such bad shape, and they kept seeing him, and they kept trying to bring him back, and every time they'd see him, he'd be in worse and worse shape. Teeth were missing, and his mother finds him at least a week after he died. So it's kind of chilling. Okay, where are we here? Rockchild. John, did you hear that Peter Frampton? Oh, thank you, Snowman, for the super chat. We always appreciate some donations. I thank you. You know what? It'll help me pay for this thing I bought tonight. If you could create a rock band, who would be in your band and why? I was looking at one of the most versatile guys in the world, Steve Lukather. The guy can do freaking anything. As far as drummer, it would be his old drummer, Simon Phillips. I love Simon Phillips. Bass player. Well, for a rock band, it wouldn't be, but Michael Mannering is one of my favorite bass players. He used to be on the Windham Hill label. He does a lot of experimental stuff now. I love the way he plays fretless bass. Just love it. Keyboard player, Bruce Hornsby, but he'd be singing too. Yeah. And if we could bring Brad Delp back, that would be great, but he passed. Anyway, Snowman, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. It's very nice of you. Yeah, that's right. Rockchild. Peter Frampton's doing that. I've reached out to him, but haven't heard nothing back. We got a little bit of time. Mike Starr was on Celebrity Rehab, blaming himself, then ended up. Oh, wow. That's kind of sad. Certain words I can't say out loud, or else I'll be demonetized for sure. I have to be careful. Yeah, he's in a new band, Zuma, called Envy of None, Alex Lifeson. With Andy Curran, who I know. Oh, Patrick O'Hearn. His new agey stuff is very good. Missing Persons. Hammer Down Trucking. Have you heard Grammy Know Me Lenny Holmes? Nope. Oh yeah, Chad Wakeman. I've already sent a request to Burton Cummings because it's kind of hard to do what I do and not talk to Burton Cummings, who should get his due. The gentleman I talked to today who wrote the Guess Who book, his name is Robert Lawson, and the book is called Wheatfield Empire, the listener's guide to the Guess Who. I highly recommend it. I read the whole thing. I'd say cover to cover, but he sent me a PDF. Not that he didn't want to send me a book. I asked for a PDF. I always do that. I don't want to charge the artist any more money. I don't want them to. You always go, we could send you a book. I said, send me a PDF. That's good. So there you go. So anything else, folks? 41 people left watching. Just word police, police, police. What? I'm not sure, Sonia, what you mean. You know what? Sometimes when I do this, I like sit here and I start doing a video with you guys, and I realize this is probably the first time I've kind of done nothing all day, just sort of relaxing here all day. And I start going, oh, I'm kind of tired. Anyway, Hammer Down Trucking. That was Grammy nominee. There's a typo in the autocorrect. Lenny Holmes. Okay. Oh, cool. Lee Wakeman, or is it Wackerman? Anyone? Yeah. Oh, the King Crimson documentary. Thank you, Chase. I appreciate that. Message held in review. Please press the like button. Thank you. I appreciate that when you do that. The videos actually do better when you press the like button. I mean, it is true when they say that. I'm going, oh, that's not true. Well, we can see it. It's actually true. YouTube word police reminded me of Cheap Trick's Dream Police. Oh, okay. Todd says, have you interviewed, hold on, anyone in the Santana band? No. Chase, your channels are all hours of entertainment. Oh, thank you. Lee Child. Love your war stories. Not the wars. Yeah, well, every artist has them, right? Lucinda says, have a great night, John. Lucinda, thanks for dropping in. Rockchild says, driver, what? Driver, someone was talking about Grohl taking Neil Peart's no, that's not going to happen. Yeah. They don't want to do Rush stuff anymore. It's great to talk about it. You know, whenever I say, oh, will Rush get together again? That's easily 10, 20,000 hits. But I try not to do those kind of obvious things on this channel. I don't know. I feel, I mean, we do enough clickbaity stuff. Yeah, Warren Beatty and clickbaity, his brother. We don't, I tried, thanks, Douglas. Appreciate that. Anne Murray, I don't think we were just talking about Anne Murray. The gentleman I talked to today, we were talking about Anne Murray. The Year American Woman came out. The top 3 Canadian songs were 3 Guess Who songs. So in 1970, the Guess Who were the biggest Canadian band. And Anne Murray was there with Snowbird, a song written by Gene McClellan, who I saw in concert in 79 because my girlfriend, who's now one of my best friends, my high school sweetie, Dawn, she took me to a Gene McClellan concert because I guess he was a Pentecostal. She was Pentecostal. That thing's going to fall on the floor. So he was playing at her church, and I got to meet Gene McClellan, who wrote Snowbird for Anne Murray. Rush is done. The Keyboard Chronicles. That's a good name for a channel. You do some stuff on your channel? Clickbaity stuff. Oh, the stuff that comes out of my mouth sometimes when I'm doing a live stream. Clickbaity stuff. Seeing it written down. It's Warren and his brother Clickbaity. And then, yeah, Getty's getting older. It's harder for him to sing that stuff. You know, it is. None of us, with the exception of artistic stuff, and some guitar players get better. Drummers, it's hard to stay at that level. Singers, it's really, Joseph Williams is an anomaly for me. Joseph sings better now than he ever sang on Fahrenheit and the seventh one. He just, I don't know what it is, but he sounds better. And he took the vocal lessons. He did the right thing. And he sounds great, but he worked it. He really, really, really worked it. Stephen Amori, greetings from Britain. Hello, Guy Williams. I can tell you a story about Tom Petty, American Girl. Sure. The Keyboard Chronicles. We do, John. We interview key players all over the world. Oh, good. Okay, hold on. Can I do that? Okay. Let me take a picture of you here so I don't forget. Anybody who wants me to promote their channel, let me know. Yeah, I took a picture of it. So I'll check out your channel. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You know what I do with a lot of people who do what I do? We exchange publicist numbers. Oh, listen, you got that? I can't get a hold of this person. Yeah, let's do that. We do that. My first concert in 79 was Scorpions. Oh, cool. Rockchild says, I'm the only female I know that's been to multiple Rush concerts. That's a guys type band. Yes, true. Snowman. Is Van Halen done? Yep. Sonia. Click Shady. Rockchild. Good morning, Stephen. Todd says, Paul Rogers lives in Canada. Can you interview him? I was sitting in a concert and I looked around. It was a table, big tables, like a dinner theater. And he was there at an Alfie Zappacosta concert in Vancouver. But from the pictures I see of Paul Rogers now, because I follow him on Facebook, it doesn't, he just bought himself like a trailer a few days ago. And shame the condition of Phil Collins, Steven says. Yeah. I saw Chilliwack in 77 too. Melody with, like I said, Seals and Crofts. Right here at the Moncton Stadium. I didn't even live here at the time. The Keyboard Chronicles. Thanks, John. Have loved your work for a long time. I'll check you for sure. I will. I'll reach out. DJH Record Hound. Hi, John. Just off the phone with brother. Off the phone with brother. Oh, birthday. Yeah, good arrangement. GDK. Any news from the continuing acrimony between Gilmore and Waters? That they're never going to work together again. That's just done, unfortunately, right? Common Sense saying about age Frankie Valli still touring at 87. He is. I don't know if he can hit those notes anymore. Rockchild. Well, Van Halen talked about Van Halen being totally done, but talked about getting the boys back together for something. Oh, I didn't know that. So okay, oh, John Mayall's. Oh, yeah. Keyboard Chronicles. Paul Rogers, such a talent, one of the best rock voices of all time. Oh, so you met Phil Collins and he was rude to you, eh? Okay. Okay, folks. By the way, thanks for the super chat tonight. I appreciate it. I always say you don't have to donate money, because not everyone, it's hard times right now. For a lot of people, it really, really is. It's sort of, we live in a weird time, but we do appreciate it when you do. Helps us pay our expenses. And I like doing YouTube. My favorite thing is just coming on live. Really, if I could just do this, I would. But that's not why we've gained notice on YouTube. We gain notice because we interview rock stars, and that's what I do. It's a lot of work, but it's gratifying. And we're starting to interview rock authors now, which is kind of cool. It's always fun. So if I was lazy, I'd get on here every night. I'm a little lazy today though, and just talk to you. And maybe that's what I'll do on my John Beaudin channel. I have a channel called John Beaudin. Basically done nothing with it. I've got to build it up so I can do these things because you have to have 1,000 subscribers. This one has almost 91,000 subscribers and a certain amount of viewing hours on your channel. So that's what I'll probably do later on. I'll just get on there and talk about whatever. Guy Williams, I was a lyric writer for the Raspberries. At the end of the summer, Eric Carmen convinced me to give away a lot of songs. So Tom Petty, Looking Glass, Nickelodeon, The Knack, John. Wow. Guy, you should text me at johnbeaudin@icloud.com. It's on the about page, the far right thing above the channel. You should write me. I'd love to talk to you. Gerald, I love your channel, John. Thank you. Sonia, this was fun. I always appreciate your feedback. And no one looks better in a rock history music t-shirt than you. Olympics. Everything lost will be recovered when we drift into the arms of the undiscovered. That's nice. Williams, Chillin' Chapman showed up and I had to set sights on writing songs for Tom Petty. Oh, wow. Guy, email me, johnbeaudin@icloud.com. Stephen, in Britain, we are about to be hit by, a load of price hikes. Oh, I see. Yeah. Same here. Oh, Nick Mason's book. Cool. Snowman. Good night, John. Getting ready for severe thunderstorm. Oh, no. Sorry to hear that. Anyway, guys, I'm going to have to go. Again, thanks for the super chats. I appreciate donations. That's always nice. And but someone was asking the other night, I never catch your live feed. If you ever want to donate to the channel, every single video we have has a little thing right underneath the actual video. You can, if you ever see a video you like, if you ever want to donate, that's fine. You don't have to. Hard times for a lot of people. I understand that. But I appreciate everyone coming on tonight. It's been fun. I needed to do something. I bought this thing tonight, hoping I could get 1080p quality, but I'm still using my oh God. I don't know if this thing even works. I'm still using my Apple thing, but at least I brought up my microphone so that you could hear me a little bit better. So thanks for that. Anyway, folks, take really good care of yourself, and thanks for indulging me. It's Thursday night. Shani and I will be on tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Atlantic time, 8 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, that's it. Anyway, let me actually, I've got a graph here. Let me just tell you. Excuse me. We will be on tomorrow, 9 p.m. Atlantic time, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain, and 5 p.m. Pacific. There you go. Shani and I will probably be right here. So take good care of yourself. I'm not sure how am I supposed to do this? Hold on a second. I've got to do this. Okay, there we go. And